Vasudeva. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let us seek the blessings of Radha Mother, Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Damodar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Gonita, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. Today is a very auspicious day, Gopastami, as well as Bahulastami. So we'll talk about a little bit about both festivals, but we wanted to focus on Gaumata because Gopastami means protection of Gaumata. And Go Puja is done today. And Krishna's the one who is taking the Gaumatas out for the first time into the fields, and his natural occupation, although he's a supreme lord and he doesn't need an occupation, but his natural inclination is look after the cows. That's his eternal position. So Bahulastakam first. You're 10. That's what.
So Bahulastakam, basically this is a pastime about a Gomata. The Gomata was passing by, and a lion happened to be there. And the lion wanted to pounce onto the Gomata and eat Gomata. Gomata said, please, can I ask a favor of you? The lion said, okay, what is the favor? She said, I have a young calf at home. I need to just feed her. And then I'll come back, and then you can eat me to your heart's content. So the lion reluctantly let the mother cow go, thinking, mother cow, she won't come back. But he waited anyway. So the Gomata, she went home, and she started feeding the calf. And while she's feeding the calf, there's tears in her eyes, and when the calf looks up, he sees tears in his mother's eyes. So he asks, what the matter is. The mother, the mother said, no, nothing. I'm just so happy to see you, But the baby calf knew there was something wrong. So eventually, the mother cow said that, I've promised this lion that I will go, and the lion is going to eat me up. So the calf said, can I go instead of you? I don't mind being that sacrifice for you. The mother cow wouldn't hear of it. But then, the people who own that goshala, they also heard this conversation going on. So they also thought, this Gomata is so precious. We can't let anything happen to our Gomata. So, let us go, and we'll do something, instead of the lion eating the Gomata. So eventually they all went to the lion, and the lion was so surprised to see them all. He didn't think, that Gomata would keep the word. And then because of that, seeing that, lion just went away. So
wasn't the lion Yamraj?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah. So the lion eventually was in disguise of a lion. He was really Yamraj. So he showed himself as Yamraj, and he said, I was really testing you to see, what your faith is like. And you've passed that test. So, I won't do anything.
Mm-hmm. So that's Bahulastam.
Yeah, so it just shows that even the Gomata had faith in Krishna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so the next item is Gopastami, which is first time Krishna is taking the larger Gomatas, isn't it, to the forest. So Mother Yashoda was resisting because Krishna is very young. How old was he when he was doing this? Can't remember now. I've got the age somewhere. He's very young. So he persuaded his father that, yes, I should now be looking after the Gomatas. And Mother Yashoda got very upset, and she said, okay, if you have to, I'm going to make shoes for you. So then Krishna said, okay, no problem. You can make shoes for me, but you'll have to make shoes for all the Gomatas. And there was a lot of Gomatas that Nand Maharaj had, 9 lakhs. So that's 3.6 million shoes. So Yashodamai said, okay, don't worry, you just go. And I think she wanted to give him an umbrella as well, wasn't it? And a similar argument put a stop to that as well. So then Gomatas, of course, they love Krishna very much. This was the first time that they were going to see him, taking them into the forest. They were so ecstatic. They'll be with Krishna all day. This wasn't the case up to now. When they were, of course, very concerned about Krishna in his lotus feet. So then during the night, they went into the Raman Reti, or the bridge, the forest, and they trampled all the stone into sand. They smashed it all into sand. Hence why it's called Raman Reti. They didn't want Krishna's feet to be hurt by pebbles or stones. So they made it into sand. This is the beauty of the relationship between Gomata and Krishna. Krishna loves them. Gomata loves Krishna. And then it was an amazing scene when Gomata was taken out by Krishna. Their eyes were just fixed on Krishna. How amazing he looks. And of course, there was Yashodamai and Nand Maharaj. They were very concerned, oh, Krishna's going. They were just frozen in time and space, just looking as Krishna was going past, going far into the distance until he even disappeared. Still they carried on looking, concerned for their boy and missing him, as were the gopis as well. The gopas were ecstatic because they were with Krishna, herding the Gomata, and the Gomatas were ecstatic. So this is a wonderful scene that took place today, Gopastami. So why is...
And Radharani also wanted to go. So she also dressed as a Gopa. So in Vrindavan, you'll see Radharani dressed in Gopa's outfits, and you can see her lotus feet today. So she also went out with them.
So why is Gomata so important? So we can share a presentation on that. This is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 16th chapter, 14th verse.
Brahmashinam Brigur Aham, Rajashinam Aham Manu, Nivashinam Naradu Aham, Avedani Ashmite Nishu. Translation: among saintly Brahmins, I'm Brigu Muni, and I'm Manu among saintly kings. I'm Narad Muni among saintly demigods, and I'm Kamdhenu among cows.
So he's identifying himself as Kamadhenu. So Gomata, this is a really famous depiction of Gomata, where she is the residence of all the demigods. Her body is the residence of all the demigods. And I think at one point Lakshmi Devi came to her and said, where do I reside? You've given a place for demigods. What about me? She said, the only place I have for you is my tail, isn't it? Yeah, on this side. So she got the residence of there for Gomata and Gomata. And see, in the head is Vishnu, Shiva is there, Ganesh. Brahma is there, Ganesh is there.
So why did Lakshmi Prabhu got that place of?
That was the only place left.
Okay.
Everything else was taken. But so cow dung is considered very valuable, actually, and
like gold dust.
Like gold dust, yeah. And because in Bharat especially, they really make proper use of cow dung. It's very, very antiseptic and very healthy in terms of clean living. cow dung is very important. So she's placed in that place where cow dung is so important. So Lakshmi Devi is there. Yeah, very interesting. So, manifestation of Gomata. The Vedic literatures state that all the cows of this world are descendants of Kamadhenu, or Surabhi is another name, who is the mother of all cows. Kamadhenu is a miraculous cow of plenty, who resides in the spiritual world and provides whatever is desired. She's like the desire trees. You know, you ask a mango tree to give you apples, and in the spiritual world it happens, but here not necessarily. In the material world, if mango tree can only produce mangoes, but in the spiritual world, the desire tree can give you anything you want, not just fruits, anything. So same as Kamadhenu, Gaumata can give anything you want. So this is very, very nice verse from Brahmasmita.
Chintamani Pakarasatma Sukalpariksha Laksharvatesha Shurabhiya Pipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasa Satasambhrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desires in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis.
So this verse is such an amazing verse, and it describes Krishna's eternal position, the first progenitor who is tending the cows. It's not that he's tending the cows because he's got nothing else to do, but that's actually what he does. That's his job, if you like. He looks after the Gomata. He's the supreme personality of God. It doesn't have to do anything. But this is what he loves to do. He looks after the Gomatas. Kamadhenu manifested on earth during the churning of the cosmic ocean. So when the demons and the demigods got together and they were churning the ocean, came much poison in the beginning, which was drunk by Lord Shiva to protect everybody. Or not drunk, he kept it in his throat. And also a lot of other things came before the nectar of immortality came. Lakshmi Devi, Airavat, and Kamden. So this is when she first appears. She was presented to the 7 sages by the demigods. So the Saptarishis, she was gifted to them to be looked after. And in course of time came into the possession of Vashishta Muni. And Vashishta Muni is the family guru of the Ikshwaku dynasty, Ramachandra Bhagwan. Simply by saluting the cow, one gains all dharma and wealth. The cow is worth being worshipped by all. All that is sacred can be found in the cow. 330 million devatas reside in the body of Kamadhenu. The 4 pillars of cow symbolizes the 4 Vedas and also the 4 pillars of religion: austerity, cleanliness, compassion, and truthfulness. The teats of the 4 goals of human life as well. This is Kama, Artha, Dhamma, Moksha, desire, prosperity, duty, and liberation. The sun is exemplified by the face, as is the moon. So this is the residence now of the demigods. The shoulders are a symbol of Agni, the gods of fire. Her horns are Brahma, tip, Vishnu, middle, and Shiva, the base. So just her horns includes a Trimurti. Her eyes are the sun and the moon. Lakshmi resides in her dung. Gomaye Vasate Lakshmi. Of 8.4 million species, only cow dung is pure. Kamadhenu exists in 5 different forms: Nanda, Sunanda, Surabhi, Sumana, Shushila. Other names are Sabala and Matrika. And just like her daughter Nandini, Kamadhenu could grant a wish to any true seeker. One should offer obeisances to circumambulate the cow. By doing so, it is like one has circumambulated the entire earth with its 7 islands. And this is from the Gavopanishadd. The 7 mothers are listed in the verse by Chanakya Pandit, which is quoted by Srila Prabhupada.
Patma Mata Guru Patni, Brahmani Raja Patnika, Denu Datri Tata Prithvi, Saptaita Matare Smita.
So the 7 mothers are one's own mother, the wife of the guru, wife of the Brahman, wife of the king, gaumata, the nurse, and also the earth. So these are the 7 mothers. Gaumata is one of them. Krishna's relationship with the cows. In his original form in the spiritual world, Lord Krishna is a cowherd boy in the agricultural community of Golok. Go means cow, Lok means planet. Cow planet, planet of the cows. Vrindavan, where he keeps unlimited transcendental Surabhi cows. Cows and Krishna have always been together. When he descends to earth 5,000 years ago, Krishna brought a replica of Vrindavan with him, and he spent his childhood tending cows and calves while playing in the pasturing grounds with his friends. His example shows the importance of cows to human society, the practical benefits of caring for them, and the advantages of an agrarian economy based on cooperation between man and cows. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam 10:35, 18 and 19th verse. That's right.
Manidhara Pachida Kyanyam Gamalaya Daita Kanda Tulasya Panaino Nuscharasya Kadam Se Prakshipam Pujam Aga Yata Yatra Vanita Venurava Vanchita Chita Krishnam Anvastata Krishna Grihanya Gunagarnanam Anugatya Harinyo Gopika Eva Vimukta Grihasaha. Now Krishna is standing somewhere, counting his cows on a string of gems. He wears a garland of tulsi flowers that bear the fragrance of his beloved, and he has thrown his arm over the shoulder of an affectionate cowherd boyfriend. As Krishna plays his flute and sings, the music attracts the black deer's wives, who approach that ocean of transcendental qualities and sit down beside him. Just like us cowherd girls, they have given up all hope for happiness in family life.
So very interesting. Krishna is standing somewhere counting his cows on a string of gems. So in purport, Prabhupada explains this a little bit better, a little bit more. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that in the afternoon, Krishna dressed himself in new clothing and then went to call cows home. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti gives the following information about the transcendental cows of Vrindavan. For each of the 4 colors of cows, white, red, black, and yellow, there are 25 subdivisions, making a total of 100 colors. And such qualities as being colored like sandalwood, pulp, tilak, or having a head shaped like a madanga drum, create 8 different groups. To count these 108 groups of cows, distinguished by color and form, Krishna is using a string of 108 jewel beads. Thus, when Krishna calls out, "Hey, Davali," in the name of a white cow, a whole group of white cows come forward. And when he calls Hamsi, Chandini, Ganga, Mukta, and so on. The 24 other groups of white cows come. The reddish cows are called Aruni, Kumkunma, Kunkuma, Saraswati. The blackish ones are called Shyamala, Dumala, Yamuna, etc. And the yellowish ones, Pita, Pingala, Haritalika, etc. Those in the groups with tilak marks on their foreheads are called Chitrita, Chitratilak, Dirgatilak, and Tiryak Tilak. And there are groups known as Madangamukhi, Madanga head, Simhamukhi, lion head, and so on. Thus being called by name, the cows are coming forward. And Krishna, thinking that when it is time to bring them back from the forest, none should be forgotten, is counting them on his jewel beads. This is how much care he takes of Gaumata. So there's many different types. In Bharat, you'll see the Gir, which is generally in Gujarat. Sahil, Pal, Red Sindhi, Kankaraj. And then in the West, we find these categories, which are very, very different actually from the Bharatiya traditional Gaumatas. Krishna has had many glorious pastimes with the cows, as he would daily tend the cows. Some are as follows. So this is very nice paintings. Krishna. There you go, 2 years, 5 months. I think that must be when it was the calves, wasn't it? Milk going straight into Balaram's mouth. Okay. Krishna was bathed in cow urine after killing of Putana. So when he killed Putana, they were thinking, oh, so much inauspiciousness going on here. They bathed him in cow urine. This is the verse as well.
Gumtrena snap paitva punago raja sarpakam raksham chakruscha sakrata dvada sangeshu namapi. Translation: the child was thoroughly washed in cow urine and then smeared with dust raised by the movements of the cows. Then different names of the Lord were applied with cow dung on 12 different parts of his body, beginning with the forehead as done in applying tilak. In this way, the child was given protection.
There you go. Even cow dung was applied on 12 different parts of his body. It's like tilak. Yeah, like tilak. Very interesting. Krishna expanded himself for 1 full year as calves. That's when Brahma kidnapped the cows and the Gaumatas and the cowherd boys. And Krishna expanded himself into every single cowherd boy and calf as well. And this was shocking to Lord Brahma. You realize, wow, this is no ordinary boy. This is the transcendental supreme personality of Godhead. And in that month, in that year, the cows felt great love for their calves, as did the parents of the Gopas. They felt great love, much more than normal. And Balaram was wondering what's going on. He was noticing how the Gopas were so much attached to their children. The gopis were so attached, and the Gomatas were so attached to the calves. And he asked Krishna, what's going on? Something's happening. Krishna revealed, I've actually expanded myself because Brahma's kidnapped the Gopas and the Gomatas. Krishna is popularly known as Govinda, one who pleases the cows, and Gopal, protector of the cows. Krishna's name of Govinda was given when Indra tried to harm the Brajvasis. And that was given by Surabhi. So this is another amazing part. We talked about it when we were looking at Govardhan Puja. When he was 7 years, 2 months, and 7 days. The cows would love to hear Krishna call out their names. And sometimes when he would play the flute, the different categories of Gaumatas would come. Some of them would run away because they wanted to hear Krishna call out their name, Nandini, Surabhi. And then they would come. On Gopastami, Krishna grazed the cows for the first time, and he wouldn't wear shoes because cows don't wear them. Okay, there you go. 5 years, 2 months. That's when he started taking the bigger gaumatas into the forest, into the pasturing grounds. Such a wonderful painting, this one. Krishna would perform arti to the gaumatas every day. Only Krishna and Gaumata wear peacock feathers on their heads. This is interesting. There you go. And Krishna doing arti. Very famous verse.
Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. My Lord, you are the well-wisher of the cows and the Brahmins, and you are the well-wisher of the entire human society and world.
This is a prayer we chant every day when we're offering bhoga to the Lord. A very important prayer. Srila Prabhupada on cow protection. Lord Krishna as Govinda is more inclined to the Brahmins and the cows, indicating thereby that human prosperity depends more on these two items, namely Brahminical culture and protection, cow protection. Lord Krishna is never satisfied when these are lacking. Cow protection means feeding the Brahminical culture, which leads towards God consciousness, and thus perfection of human civilization is achieved. So this is Bhagavatam 119.3. Without the protection of cows, Brahminical culture cannot be maintained. Without Brahminical culture, the aim of life cannot be fulfilled. But nowadays, of course, cow protection is a real rarity to have goshalas, especially in the West, very, very rare. One cannot become spiritually advanced without acquiring the Brahminical qualifications and giving protection to cows. So this is chapter 18, text number 44 of the Bhagavad Gita.
Rishiko Rakshaya Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Sabhavajam Parichayatmakam Karma Sudrashapi Sabhavajam. Farming, cow protection, and business are the natural work for the Vaishyas, and for the Shudras, there are labor and service to others.
So cow protection, natural work. Many other pastimes of Gaumata. Between Vasishtha Muni and Vishwamitra, there was a lot of rivalry. Because one time he came, Vishwamitra was king. I can't remember his name. It wasn't Vishwamitra, was it? It's a different name. But he came to the ashram of Vasishtha, and Vasishtha offered him and his army some prasad. No. So Vishwamitra was thinking, how are you going to provide prasad? You haven't got anything. And Vasishtha said, don't worry, you just sit in nice lines and we'll serve you. And suddenly from Gaumata, this is the Kamadhenu, this is the one that was gifted from the ocean of churning, came from the ocean of churning, gifted to the Saptarishis and then to Vasishtha. She produced a feast of never seen before. And Vishwamitra really enjoyed the feast. And later on he asked Vasishtha, can I have this Gaumata? Vasishtha said, no, she's in my care. But I am the king, I possess everything. Okay, you can take her if you want, if she goes with you. But Gaumata didn't want to go with anybody. He wanted to stay with Vasishtha. So there was a big fight between Vasishtha and Vishwamitra. And Vishwamitra conquered, he was conquered by Vasishtha, who didn't have any weapons, just had his sannyas danda. And then Vishwamitra decided, okay, the Brahmins are more stronger than the Kshatriyas. I want to become a Brahmin. So then he eventually became a Brahmrishi after a lot of effort and tapasya. and a lot of tribulations and trials along the way. There was an incident of a retired man who every day would feed a gaumata. One day this gaumata came very early. He was wondering, why have you come so early? Actually, the gaumata came at the appropriate time when he was being burgled, and somehow saved him from burglary. So this gaumatas have an intuition, they relate with the human beings in a really unique way. In New Brajadam in Hungary, they really look after gaumata. One of them gives milk even though she's not pregnant or had a calf. So she just gives milk all the time. All beautiful way they look after her. Guru Maharaj, of course, love gaumata. Yes. He founded the Kalki Dham, where so many gaumatas are looked after very beautifully. And there you go. He used to perform artis and look after gaumata so nicely. And Chacha, his younger brother, he would look after gaumata. And eventually, Chacha left the planet from Vrindavan, would you believe? He went for a few days, and as soon as he got there, he left the planet. So Gaumata really looked after him, sent him to Vaikuntha, Golok Vrindavan. Really extraordinary. And yeah, one time, Jayanti had a nice relationship with Gaumata. One time we were in, this was maybe 20 years ago, if not more, about 20 years. We went to Jaipur, and we bought marble gaumata, and she put it in her handbag, and the feet broke. And during that journey, after that, everywhere, gaumata would give Jayanti a hard time.
Yeah. So I didn't realize that we had a little calf deity as well. So somehow one of the feet must have got broken in my bag. We didn't realize. And then, just a few minutes after coming out of the shop, we were just walking along the street, and this gaumata walking the other way. And just walks past everyone, and then with his horn, he just tries to hit me. So I tried to back away, and then we got to Vrindavan, and it happened in Vrindavan a couple of times as well. So then eventually, we wondered what was going on. And then, when we got to the room, got the gaumatas out and realized that, the issue was because we had a damaged or broken one of the legs of the gaumatas. So that I was getting instant karma for that.
Let's see how much. Oh, better stop there. We can carry on tomorrow because there's quite a bit more to talk about gaumata. Any questions, any comments by anybody?
Prabhu, sorry, Hare Krishna, Prabhu Mataji. There is some of the thing I have to go through it again because I couldn't grasp everything you were explaining, because I need to go through it again.
Sure. We can.
You said the cows in India, they are different. In what way, Prabhu?
In the way they look, and also the quality of the milk is different. Like the Gir Gaumatas, which are the ones with the ears sort of. There you go. The ears flop.
And have a hump as well.
They have a hump. Well, they all have a hump, right? But they have a more pronounced hump. The milk is sweeter. The milk is more healthier. It's just different. And if you try to obtain the gaumata, Gir Gaumata, very rare as well, very expensive, very special. And otherwise, the cow gaumatas are about the same, but Gir is regarded to be really very, very close to Kamdenu.
The ghee.
Gir. This is the Gir.
What sorry?
GIR.
Gir. These gomatas are very special. Gir gomatas. GIR.
This one on the pictures.
Yeah. Can you see my
This-
arrow? Yeah. Oh
No, wait, I can't see. Sorry.
Here. This one here at the top.
Okay.
Top right hand
Yeah,
corner.
yes.
These are
yes.
considered to be the most, like the sweetest milk, and supposed to be give a lot of health benefits. I think in one of the temples, I can't remember where now, in South Bharat, they have one like this, which gives like so many gallons of milk every single day.
Wow.
And really very, very unique. So these are considered to be the top of the gomatas in terms of the quality of the milk, etc.
And they are unique only in India. They are found, yeah.
Yeah, there may be some
Okay.
exported around the world
Yeah.
now.
They originate from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mainly in
Because
Gujarat.
like if you look at like the Jersey cow, which you find here in these islands here in the UK, their milk is quite thick, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's quite thick. Like you get the gold top milk, which is from Jersey cows, but here ones, it's not as thick. It's a little more watery, but it's more beneficial.
Okay.
Again, less cholesterol.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you. And if you got any questions, I'm happy to go through them tomorrow. Huh? Anything that.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. I will write them down. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Gaumata ki jai. Gopastami ki jai. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. Yashoda Damodar ki jai. Radha Damodar ki jai. Right, let's pray to Lord Nrsimhadev and get his protection so that continue serving Radha and Krishna. And anybody who's not well, we can seek the Lord's permission to get them protected as well, so they can continue on their spiritual journey. Oops. Okay, Karuna, would you like to?
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Shri
you.
Shri Lakshmi Nrsimhadev ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Narsimha Kavacham Vakshe Prahladenoditam Pura Sarvarakshakaram Punyam Sarvopadramanashanam Sarvasampatkaram Chaiva Swargamoksha Pradayakam Dhyadva Narasimham Devesham Hema Simhasanastitam Vivritasyam Trinayanam Sharadindushamaprabham Lakshmalingitabhamangam Vibhutivirupashitam Chaturbhujam Komalangam Swarnakundarashobhitam Shriyasu Shobhito Raskam Ratnakeyuramudritam Taptakanchana Shankasham Pita Nirmalavasasam Indradi Suran Manikya Deeptibi Virajita Padatvantam Shankachakradi Garutmataja Vinayat Stuya Manam Mudanvitam Svarita Kamala Sambhasam Kritva Tukavacham Patit Narasingho me Shira Patu Loka Rakshata Sambhava Sarva Gopi Stambhavasa Phalam me Rakshatu Dhanim Narasingho me Trisha Patu Soma Sunadi Rochana Smritam me Patu Narahari Muni Varya Stuti Priya Nasam me Simha Nakshastu Mukham Lakshmi Mukha Priya Sarva Vidyadi Papatu Narasingho Rasanam Mama Vaktaram Padvindu Vadana Sada Prahalada Vandita Narasimha Patu me Kantham Skandho Bhubharanantakrit Divyastra Shobhita Bhuja Narasimha Patu me Bhujo Karamadeva Varado Narasimha Patu Sarvata Hridayam Yogi Satyasya Nivasam Patu me Hari Madhyam Patu Hiranyaksha Kukshi Vidarana Nabhim me Patu Narahari Sunabhi Brahma Sanskruta ब्रह्मानकोदयाकत्यां यास्यस्यो पातु मे कतिं गोयं मे पातु भूयानां मन्त्राणां भूयरूपद्रिक् पुरुमनोभव पातु जानोनि नररूपद्रिक् जाङ्गे पातु धराभार हर्तायो सौनिकेशरि सूरराज प्रदपातु पादौ मे नर ईश्वर सहर्षशीर्षा पुरुषा पातु मे सर्वशस्तनु मौग्रः पूर्वतः पातु महावीराग्रजोनित महाविष्णु दक्षिणे तु महाज्वालस्तु नैऋत पश्चिमे पातु सर्वेषु दिशि मे सर्वतोमुख नरसिंह पातु वायाव्यां सौम्यां भूषणविग्रह ईशान्यां पातु भद्रो मे सर्वमङ्गलदायक संसारभयतपातु मृत्योर्मृत्योनिकेशरि इदं नरसिंहकवचं प्रह्लादमुखमण्डितं भक्तिमान्यपते नित्यं सर्वपापै प्रमुच्यते पुत्रवान् धनवान् लोके दीर्घायुरुपजायते यं यं कामयति कामं तं तं प्राप्नोति असंशयम् सर्वत्र जयमाप्नोति सर्वत्र विजयी भवेत् भूम्यन्तरिक्षदिव्यानां ग्रहाणां विनिवारणं वृश्चिकरोगसम्भूतविषापहरणं परं ब्रह्मरक्षासु याक्षाणां दुरोत्सारणकारणं भुजे वा तालपत्रे वा कवचं लिखितं शुभं कर्मूले धृतां येन सिद्ध्येयुः कर्मसिद्धय देवासुरमनुष्येषु स्वं स्वमेव जयं लभेत् एकसन्ध्यं त्रिसन्ध्यं वा यापति नियतो नर सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं भुक्तिं मुक्तिं च विन्दति द्वात्रिंशतिसहस्राणि पाठेत् शुद्धात्मनं ऋणम् कवचस्यास्य मन्त्रस्य मन्त्रसिद्धिः प्रजायते अनेन मन्त्रराजेन कृत्वा भस्माभिर्मन्त्रणम् तिलकं बिभ्रयाद्यस्तु तस्य ग्रहभयं हरेत् त्रिवारं जपमानस्तु दातं पर्याभिमन्त्रस्य प्रशयेद्यो नरो मन्त्रं नरसिंहध्यानमाचरेत् तस्य रोगाः प्रणश्यन्ति ये चक्षुकुक्षिसम्भव किमत्र महुनोक्तेन नरसिंहसदृशो भवेत् मनसा चिन्तितं यत्तु सत्यच्चाप्नोत्यसंशयम् गर्जन्तं गर्जयन्तं निजभुजपतलं श्रोतयन्तं हतन्तं दीप्यान्तं तापयन्तं दिवि भुवि दितिजं क्षिपयन्तं क्षिपान्तं क्रान्तान्तं रोषयन्तं दिशि दिशि सततं संहरन्तं हरन्तं वीक्षान्तं पूरयान्तं करनिकरशतै दिव्यसिंहं नमामि इति श्रीब्रह्माण्डपुराणे प्रह्लादोक्तं नरसिंहकवचं सम्पूर्णम् श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंह देव की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Karuna. Sita and Prabhu, would you like to do these prayers?
ओम नमो भगवते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते जस्ते जसे आविर आविर्भव व्रज नख व्रज दंस्त्र कर्माशयन रंधय तमो ग्रस ग्रस ओम स्वाहा अभयम अभयम आत्मनि भूयिष्ठा ओम श्रो स्वस्ति अस्तु विवस्य कलह प्रसीदताम् ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया मानाश्च भद्रं भजता जदुक्सहजे अवेशतं नो मतिरपि अहैतुकी मागारदरत्मजा विहितबन्धुषु संगो यदि स्यात् भगवत् प्रिये सुनः यह प्राणवृत्तिया बरितुस्तात्मा वान् सिद्ध्यात् यदूरा न ततन्द्रिया प्रिया यत्संगलब्धं निजवीर्यवभैवं तीर्थं मुहुसं स्पृशतं हि मनसं हरति यजोऽन्तः श्रुतिभिर्गत्वाङ्गजां कुबेन सेवात मुकुन्द विक्रमा यस्यास्ति भक्तिर्भगवती यकिंचना सर्वे गुणैस्तत्र समासते सुराः हरावभक्तस्य कुतुमहादगुणा मनोरथेन सति धवतो बहिः हरिर्हि साक्षात् भगवान् शरीरिणाम् आत्मा जसाना इव त्वयम् ईप्सितं हित्वामहं स्तां यदि सजहते गृहे तदा महात्मं वयसा दम्पतिनाम् तस्माद् रजोरा विषादमानियो मानस्पृहा भया धैर्यादिमूलम् इद्वाग्रहं संसृति चक्रबालम् नरसिंहपादं भजत कुतभयम् इति उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वालन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्.
Thank you, Prabhu. Shyam Malini, would you like to do his prayers and Nrsimha prayers?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jaya Jaya Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Bringa, Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jaya Jaya Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Bringa, Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jaya Jaya Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Bringa. All glories to Nrsimha Dev, all glories to Nrsimha Dev, the Lord of Pralad. All glories to you who are like a honeybee, always hovering above the lotus face of Shri. Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadadahini Hiranyakashipuravaksha Silatanakanakalai Ito Nashimo Parato Nashimo Yato Yato Yamitato Nashimo Bahir Nashimo Hidaye Nashimo Narashimhamadim Saranam Prapadai Tava Kara Kamalavadi Nakamabhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rup Jai Jagadisha Hari Jai Jagadisha Hari Jai Jagadisha Hari Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hari Jai Jagadisha Hari Jai Jagadisha Hari Jaya Nrsimha Dev Jaya Nrsimha Dev Jaya Nrsimha Dev Jaya Nrsimha Dev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Shri Nrsimha Dev Bhagwan ki Jai Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai Krishna Balaram ki Jai Prabhupada ki Jai Gurudev ki Jai all assembled devotees ki Jai Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. So we can chant one round. Jai Shri Krishna Jai Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Guru Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you so much. See you
Hare
tomorrow.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
Hare
bye.
Krishna Prabhu, Hare Bol, Hare
Take
Krishna to
care.
everyone.
Sitaram,
Hare
Karuna,
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.